Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So for the one who came back, we are going to have the first class talking about TOEIC, okay? And for the newcomer, okay, his name is Peter, okay? Peter, you need to do the pre-test, which they have finished in the morning, okay? So please contact me later on, okay? I'll let you know how to accomplish it, okay? Now I'm going to broadcast, okay? Okay, this is a topic, a special topic I used before, okay? I call it TOEIC, totally easy. Of course, for some of you, maybe it's not that easy, but comparing to other standardized tests, for example, TOEFL, IELTS, and even GEPT for the higher level, okay? TOEIC, basically, the purpose of using TOEIC questions, they didn't want to, torture you, okay? They just want you to be able to communicate with people around the world, okay? So for some students in Taiwan, they think it's difficult because it contains different accents. Okay, it's possible to hear accents, American accent, Britain accent, Australia accent, something like that, okay? Another difficult part is the number of questions, okay? Actually, the level of difficulty is not that difficult, but there are 200 questions, okay? That makes students think it's not that easy, okay? So as long as you understand that it's not testing you on the difficulty, then you can have more confidence to prepare the test, okay? My name is Chen, okay? You can just call me Ting. And this is the email address I told you this morning, okay? ating0105@gmail.com, okay? Once you you could successfully use iLearning, you can download or you can see the PPT on iLearning, okay? It's over here. Okay, the lesson 1 is the TOEIC pretext. Lesson 2 is introduction of TOEIC. So this is this one, okay? So you should be able to find this email. And please don't reply me directly because we are using iLearning to send out the announcement and email, okay? And that's using the school email. The school email contains a lot of spam. Spam means trash, okay? So it will be more difficult for me to locate your information, okay? 请大家注意哈 ，ADNG 这个 Gmail 是我给学生专用的，请大家在这1个月之内有问题，一定要寄到这一个账号，不要直接回复我，因为老师寄 email 跟我们寄公告出去就会同时 email 给大家你们 iTouch 上登记的 email。那你如果直接回复的话，它会回复到学校的 email 账号。那个账号呢，因为很多广告邮件然后太多杂讯，所以有时候不是那么，而且它会比较慢，不一定能够看到大家的讯息，请大家一定要注意。Okay, now for the following 2 hours, I will ask you some questions. And you will be able to receive some small gifts. Okay, the first question is, what does TOEIC, T-O-E-I-C, stand for? Anybody? What does TOEIC stand for? 小礼物哦 gift time. Anybody? Raise your hands. 有人知道 TOEIC 代表什么？不知道 ？Guess.Yeah. TOEIC. 对 TOEIC 是 TOEIC, but it means 5 words. T is 1 word, O is 1 word. all is a small word. E is something very important. No, it's not examination. E is for this language.
English.
Yes. So T is, yeah, test. No. No. Yeah, another short word, just like
Oh.
yeah, test of English.
In contest. 哎，不对，不是 contest。
Test of English for I and C. I and C means the purpose or the function of this test. I is not a function. The I and C together means a function. You are great students. You don't use cell phone to check out the answer. I already said it's globally used for international excellence. So one more word. C4. And it's not that difficult. The purpose is for what? As long as you will be able to talk with people, we say communicate. Excellent. Okay, so how can I give out the gifts? It's a combination. Okay, test of TOEIC. Okay, for international communication. Okay, so you see, it's for communication purpose. Okay, that's why it's not that difficult. I guess I'll give the gift for you because you answer most of the words. Okay. And the others, you still have a chance. Okay. And Mick got the first prize. So it's the global standard for assessing English proficiency for business. Okay, even though most people consider it should be business related, but how do you define business? Think about that. Okay. There are so many different types of companies around the world, right? So everything could be related with business. Okay, so that's why in TOEIC the area is pretty broad, general. Okay, and that's why even though people think it's for business, at first it was created for companies. There are many companies in the world. They would ask you to do the test and use that for hiring people or for promoting, okay, promotion. So if you want to apply for certain companies, international companies, they may ask you to provide your TOEIC score originally. But now in Taiwan, many universities want you to provide the score to prove your English proficiency level and including the GEPT. But GEPT, nobody knows that in other countries, okay? Only in Taiwan. Okay? So many teachers, including me, in the university level, we would suggest students to take TOEIC instead because it's more practical, and it's useful. You can use it in the future, okay? And the language is also really authentic, okay? So the testing target is for non-native English speakers, of course, and the purpose is for communicating skills and practical business English. So I mentioned about practical many times. That's why I think it's more useful for most students because not all of you want to study abroad, right? But if you want to be an exchange student, okay, during the 4 years, or if you want to study abroad, then you need to think about a test for academic purpose, like TOEFL and IELTS. Okay, so that's the differences among these standardized English tests. Okay. And here are some basic information about TOEIC. Like it starts in 1979, it's a long time ago, but not that famous in Taiwan until recent years, the recent decade. And like I mentioned at first, it was used for companies to hire or place and promote employees, okay? And now in Taiwan, it becomes also a standard for English proficiency level. And it is used to assess English language skills used in the workplace. So that's why it includes the memos, okay, the reading comprehension. You could see memos and people talking and how they communicate in workplace, like a business email or something like that, or ledgers. And now it has been adjusted to fit today's changing global workplace. I like to promote TOEIC also because they really would change their question bank yearly. Okay, 他们每一年都会调整他们的题库 to fit the changing global workplace. Okay, 所以他们题库算是很时常更新的。Scores are used by over 10,000 companies, government agencies, and English language learning programs in 120 countries. OK， 那像我们刚刚讲，它本来是商用的，所以 companies 政府机关都有可能哈。但是呢，现在有一些 English language learning programs 英语学习的一些program 在这边指的不算是计划，它指的有点像语言学校的这种课程。OK， 有一些地方呢，在120个国家，他们现在也会有使用，也会看一下你的 TOEIC 的 scores。那 ETS 就是 TOEIC 的考试的一个机构，那其实 TOEFL 也是 ETS 的，它是一个很大的考试机构。Why take the TOEIC test? Okay, first of course, you can prove your English proficiency, especially for job. Okay, for looking for a job, if you want to work in an international company. That would be a pretty good proof, okay? And for you, university college students, there's another reason it's easier, much easier than TOEFL and IELTS. Just like I mentioned, these two tests are for academic purpose. 这两个托福跟雅思它是以学业为主的，所以它里面的题目是难度是高的，它需要你有能够 take higher education level 的 English level，OK， 所以它需要你能够是直接到美国，或是到英国，到英语系国家，直接就可以上大学、研究所等等，所以当然它的要求会比较高，难度就是比较高 ，OK。And it's cheaper than these two tests, of course, because they are extremely expensive. You know how expensive they are? Yes, okay, one nodded your head. Okay. I don't remember the exact number now because it changed based on the rate also. 它也是会随汇率，有时候会有一些不同。我知道 TOEFL 之前好像就至少要3000块以上。Just one test. And TOEFL, actually one test including 4 skills. Reading, listening, speaking, and writing, 4 skills. And it will take you about 3 to 4 hours to finish it. And IELTS is even more expensive. I don't even have the money to take that. I think it's around $5,000, something like that. 托福现在好像也是3-4千的之类的，反正就很贵 ，expensive. But if you want to study abroad, sometimes it's a requirement. Okay. And GEPT, of course, for one test, GEPT is cheaper. But for some of you, maybe you already started to take GEPT from very little. You already take the beginner level, and then you will take the intermediate level, high intermediate, and higher level. Then, if you combine all of the tests together, then you will be more expensive than one TOEIC, right? 所以 GEP 一次当然是比较便宜，但你可能要考不止一次的话，初级啊、中级、中高级等等，加起来就会比较贵。And also, it's more practical again, 实用的 than TOEFL, GPA, and IELTS 对大多数人来说。So now we are moving on to how to prepare. So of course, first you need to know the types of questions, okay? And be familiar with essential vocabulary, business-related terms, and common phrases. And you need to practice every day. Increase your reading speed. Know the types of questions and be familiar with those vocabulary phrases is important. According to your performance this morning, some of you maybe you are not that familiar with this test yet. 早上的那个 pre-test 前测，可以看出来你们其实写的不会很快，对不对？所以就表示你没有那么熟悉。当你熟悉一点的话，其实速度就会比较快。那速度很重要。那学语言 ，for learning a language, practice is the key. Without practicing, no matter how many courses you've been to, is useless. Okay, you need to practice yourself. So, I used to tell all my students about this. If you are a real estate seller, 如果你是房仲业者的话， you will hear them say, "What's the most important thing for buying a building, house, or whatever company?" They will say, "Location, location, location." Okay, so that's their training. For learning English, the most important thing, top 3 important thing, is practice, practice, practice. Okay? Just like how important location is. About increasing your reading speed, because for the reading part, there are 100 questions in the reading part, and you only have 75 minutes to finish it. So you cannot read word by word. Okay, you need to learn how to increase your reading speed. Okay, and usually, just like all the ETS tests, their test score will not be reissued after 2 years. Okay, that means it's available for 2 years. 在 ETS 的规定里面呢，它就是认为你考了一次英文的考试，2年内有效。比方说你今年考多益，你2年之后超过2年要再跟他说，我想要申请多益成绩单，他不会给你，因为他会觉得你现在的程度，我不知道是比现在高，比那个分数高还是低，他觉得不代表你的英文的目前的一个状态，所以他们不会再发成绩单给你，补发给你 ，OK？ 但是如果你现在的程度可以考超过毕业门槛，就是各位大部分是那个新生嘛，因为我们有毕业门槛是多益几分，550 ，OK？ 我写是550，对。所以如果你的成绩觉得现在是可以考过550的，赶快去考，然后赶快送到语言中心去，就是缴交证明，对。那你至少就是可以了了一桩心事，就是那是一个 graduation requirement， 是毕业门槛，好，所以趁你们现在大一刚进来，如果有的人是大一的时候英文程度最好，大部分都是，550没办法免修，
更高，他680，
应该要更高，它有一个分数，你们可以再去查一下，免修可能要700-800之类的，然后，所以其实550是一个基本而已，但是你至少过了，你可以毕业。那这个毕业门槛，如果你现在就能过，就赶快去考，然后送到语言中心。那这没有几年差别，因为一旦语言中心认定 OK 你过了，你就是过了，好，知道吗？那不要等到2年之后，你成绩单也找不到了，然后也没办法再发给你了，然后你也再也考不到550。 希望不要了，希望大家来上这个课可以对英文更有兴趣，然后4年之后不只是550啊，你可能700、800、900都可以之类的 ，hopefully，OK。它的 score range 是 from 10 to 90，所以它满分是990，最低呢是10分 ，OK。那 listening 的 part 是200到400分，那 reading 是150到450。你不觉得有一个很神奇的地方吗？它这是一个大概的一个 range， 好，所以你看加起来这里是850，然后呢，它从200开始，从150开始，所以意思是你0分就有350嘛？其实是没有的 ，OK， 所以它只是一个大致的一个 range，OK。那其实我会建议这个红色大于750，是希望大家对未来，如果你要以多益分数来衡量你工作的找工作的机会的话 ，for working opportunity，many companies they ask for at least 750，OK？ 就像我刚刚说的哈，毕业门槛很低，只有550。你如果考550列在履历表上，不是加分，不是加分 ，OK？ 你至少要考到750。有一些科技公司或什么，他们有时候会列750，是 OK 的。那如果有一些更需要英文的话，可能会要更高 ，OK？ 所以至少 aim for 750。那我们这个多益的检定的录影课程，其实是预设希望让同学能够达到750的，让大家知道一下。所以难度也，我们是用全英文在里面授课 ，OK？ 好，那另外考试的内容，我这边有 handout， 但是我之前课表上只有8个人，所以我们现在这边有9个，因为有人后来有来加修，所以我可能请2位同学呢看一份，然后我给你，因为后面会有，等一下会有让你们做练习的题目，那之后我再补给你们，那我会让你把答案写在这个 notebook 上。Okay, so you can see in the contents, in the handouts, the content include a lot of areas, right? 第1页我看到它包罗万象，各式各样，大家就做个参考。反正你就是想这样说，也许有的上面说不定用增加了、更新了哈。因为像现在，各式各样的公司也有可能除了上面列的之外，还有手机的公司啊，对不对？这都是比较新的哈。Okay, questions. There are 200 questions in the test. 所以有时候我开玩笑说它叫多益，其实不难，所以还蛮容易，但是题目多的不得了，200题很多，尤其是 reading 部分，学生很多常都说写到后面写不完，或是他已经累到不想写 ，OK？ 好，那 listening 也是100题 ，reading 也是100题 ，OK？100 items each。那我现在这边列的是题数，但是这个是旧制的，那我不确定现在，台湾好像现在旧制也有，新制也有，那我不知道。我还不确定你们去考的时候会是哪一种。那基本上，差不了多少啦，只有几个 part 有一些题数上的不同。For listening, there are 4 parts. Okay. In part 1 is photographs. There are 10 questions. And part 2, question response. 那 photographs 是大家都知道，就是一张照片，然后我们刚刚有看到一个例题嘛，然后你就是有4个选项。让你用听的去回答，选出最正确的一个描述 ，OK？Question response 这个 part 2呢是唯一一个 part 只有3个选项的，因为它没有题目，就是题目的那个纸本题目上面你看不到题目也看不到选项，全部都是靠听力，所以它就是只给3个选项这样。另外 ，Part 3 是 conversation， 是2个人的对话，然后 Part Part 4是 short talks， 那有可能是一个 announcement， 有时候你们还蛮常听到，有的是机场的 announcement 啊，或者是电影院的 announcement 啊，什么等等之类的，或者是甚至一个人在某个 conference 的 presentation 都有可能，就是一个人，通常是一个人的讲话 short talks， 但是都还蛮长的。那 reading 呢有3个 parts， 只有3个 part， 但是也是100 items。那 Part 5是 incomplete sentence， 这里呢之前是40题incomplete sentence， 就是你会看到句子，然后中间有挖洞、填空题，那你就是选出适合的字。那这个部分40题很多，对不对？但是这里我都会建议学生尽量10到15分钟之内就把它做完，因为这个部分你不要去思考太多，这个其实是考的是你的直觉的一些文法的一些习惯。比方说 according， 你们知道 according 这个字后面的介系词是什么 ？to，OK， 它会考这类的。according to， 那你马上就知道 I'm interested in，OK， 就是你马上直觉，所以有些题目1秒钟就会。那我现在举例当然是大家都会的。那当然考试的时候有一些你可能就没那么熟悉，但是其实对一般的外国人来说，或是他们在职场常常跟人家对话的用语来说，它就是这么的直接，所以它不会考太难的，但是就是这一类的题目，所以它基本上希望你就是10到15分钟之内就把40题做完，因为你要留时间到 Part 7， 最花时间的是 Part 7 reading 的地方，所以为什么大家到后面很累？因为你前面可能花太久了。前面 Part 5基本上是不需要思考的地方。好，如果你要思考，就表示你的练习还不够，或者是你有一些概念还不够清楚，那其实还是要多练习。但是你就是直觉就写过去了 ，OK？ 那 Part 6呢 ，Error recognition of text completion 其实跟 Part 5有点类似，但是它通常会是一个一篇文章。Part 5通常是一句一句的回答。然后 Part 6它通常里面可能有几题，但是它在一个 email 里面就有几题这样子，所以它会有一个前后文的一个对照，可以让你去做分析。Part 7呢 ，reading comprehension 原词有2种，第一种就是我们熟悉的 single passage， 那就是你看了一个短文，可能是一个 memo 或者是一个 advertisement 一个广告。然后就回答一个问题，回答通常1题啊，回答3到4题这样子，好。然后再来，它TOEIC有一个比较特殊的，就